Thank you for being here, first of all, Congressman.
It's good to be here, Reverend.
You've heard what Speaker Boehner had to say today. Does he seem to have a spirit of cooperation and compromise to you?
Well, Rev, you know probably as well as I do, there's a verse in the Bible in Matthew 7 that says, "Beware of false prophets. They're like ravening wolves. By their deeds ye shall know them." And John Boehner is saying the nice words today, but we know by his deeds for the last 4 years that he has no intention whatsoever of cooperating with the President of the United States. He could have done that 4 years ago if he'd wanted to, but all he's done is obstruct. Along with Mitch McConnell, they have been chief obstructors in the United States Congress, and nothing's going to change between now and the 2016 election. They are setting the stage for coming into that election saying, we did nothing, and you ought to elect us, and we'll do more nothing for you.
Now, you know, it's interesting you say that because Republicans are talking a lot about what John Boehner said today about President Obama supposedly, quote, poisoning the well. But one reporter asked if Boehner was the one doing that. Listen to this exchange, Congressman.
Isn't the idea of repealing Obamacare, third or fourth line in your op-ed today, isn't that in a sense some way poisoning the well from your angle?
No.
When you go to the White House tomorrow?
No, listen, our job is to make the American people's priorities our priorities. They don't like Obamacare. I don't like it. It's hurting our economy.
I mean, 497 days, and they haven't voted on the immigration bill that passed the Senate. You're in that Congress. They won't vote on the bill. They won't deal with Obamacare. I mean, isn't Boehner starting things off on a bad note, Congressman?
If they didn't learn with 50 votes when the Democrats were in control in the Senate that they couldn't get that bill through, they'll never learn, Rev. They are going to go and do it again because they don't want the president to ever get the credit for having started national health insurance. They know he'll have the same kind of legacy as Franklin Delano Roosevelt did when he started Social Security and unemployment insurance and all the programs that came as a result of the last bank failure. This bank failure in 2007, what came out of it was we saved the banks and we got health care on the road. And they do not want President Obama to get credit for that.
Well, clearly
they never want that.
Clearly they wanted to stop him from being president, then stop him from being reelected, now stop his place in history. But they have already lost the health care fight. They can't really defeat the Health Care Act or overturn that, can they, Congressman?
Well, here's what I think they're going to do, Rev. They're going to try one repeal, you know, just for a big PR event. But then what they're going to do is not fund the subsidies, so people who are buying policies with subsidies won't have the money. They're not going to subsidize the small businesses that are giving the health care to their workers. They're going to undercut it in 1,000 ways because some things need to be extended in this session of the Congress. If they don't do that, they can wreck it by simply cutting it out. For a lot of people, they will not be able to affect the people who got onto Medicaid. Those people are in, they're safe, they can't be touched. But they'll try to get the middle class that's out there struggling and buying their own health insurance policy. And they can do it because they do not want to help the middle class.
Wow, it's going to be a long fight, but we're in for it. Congressman Jim McDermott, thank you so much for your time.
We'll see you.
Still ahead, you won't believe what Republicans are saying now about President Obama and the Democrats who ran away from him.